All right, we got CJ Gable here with us today, recently retired from the CFL, amazing career, former Trojan. CJ, happy to have you here today. And so, one thing I would love to start out with, take you way back a little bit here, is what inspired you to get into football in the first place, or what are sort of your first memories that really made you passionate about the game and know that you wanted to do this?
Well, crazy thing about that is that I didn't want to play football when I was younger, like organized football. I like to play it like outside and friends and stuff. But when I was in organized football, it was cool, but I didn't really like it. Like I quit
Yeah.
when I was younger. So I started
Wow.
like when I was 7 years old, but then I quit. I quit it because I didn't want to do it. And then okay, so then the next year I was like, okay, I want to try. So I went again. Then I was gonna quit again, but then my mom was like, no, you're not. You're not gonna quit. So then like the whole time I was playing, I was like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. But I still like even if something I don't want to do, I still put 100% effort in it all the time.
Wow.
So I was still putting 100% effort in when I was playing, even though I didn't want to play. And then they seen how good I was, but I didn't want to play. So I was trying to quit. And then like one time I was like, all right, I'm not going to practice at all. So like I didn't bring I was at my grandmother's house. So I didn't put none of my pads on or nothing. And I was like, I quit. Like, I don't want to do this. And then my grandma told my mom, I was like, he's not playing. Like, he's done. Just leave him alone. He doesn't want to play. And then my uncle came and he was like, he's playing. Like he came and got me. And I was like, dang. And then he said he's like my basically like my dad. So like I always listen to him. So when he like tells me like, hey, let's go. So I was like, okay. So I went. And then, I started liking it here and there. And then after a while, I was like, okay, okay. But then I didn't really take it seriously until I got to high school. Like I was still doing really, really good all the way up to high school. But then I wasn't thinking about going to college or nothing or how to even get to college. And then when I got to high school, like I seen how like good I was really how good I really was. And then I was like, okay.
Awesome.
And then like my varsity coach, I was like, I seen him have all these letters from college. I was like, how do you get those? And then he was like, you just gotta play hard. Like Coach Engelman, that was his name. He was like, you gotta play hard. You gotta be good. You gotta be like one of the best out there to get these letters. And I always see like when I was a freshman, I would always see like the seniors and the varsity players, all these letters in their hands walking around the school and stuff. I was like, dang, man, like I want some of those. And then he was like, so my sophomore year, I went to varsity. He was like, if you like do really well, the coaches are going to come. And I was like, yeah, right. He was like, trust me, I'll get you some letters coming. I was like, okay. First game, I don't know, I forgot what team it was, but I think it was Crespi or Dorsey. I forgot what game it was, but I did good. And then the
Yeah.
next day, I got a letter from Oregon. Like that was my first letter I ever got. It
Wow.
was from Oregon, and I was like, "What?" I was like so hyped. Like I had that like in my notebook everywhere, like in there.
Amazing.
Like I was just crazy. So then I was like, "I need more of these." Like this is crazy. So then after that, then I just started really taking it seriously, and the rest after that.
That's amazing, man. Well, that leads first of all, thank you for sharing all that. That's exciting. That's a really cool story as far as, how you didn't really expect to get into it, but just by giving it 100%, that's really inspiring. With the letter with Oregon, obviously, yeah, you got different offers. What made you decide to go to USC?
Uh, it was because it was close to home, and at the time they was doing really well and
Yeah.
producing NFL products. And it was close to home, so I was like, you know what, I can just I'm hometown favorite over here, so I can just come right here and still, my fans can still come to the games, my mom can still come to the games and watch me, and I wasn't afraid of competition. That's the thing. Nowadays, these kids transferring here and there all so many times instead of sticking in there and you know, uh, competing with the job against people. And when I got there, it was top notch running backs. I
Yeah.
wasn't a five-star there. We had the
You're
other
like 10 scholarship running backs, right?
Yeah, we have stable running backs. It was five, including me, running backs that was there. I had to fight for the job. Every year they brought another 5-star running back. Next year they brought another 5-star running back. So they like constantly, college constantly trying to replace you, but you have to like fight every year and compete to keep your job, and that builds character out of people. And then like a lot of people can't handle that. They're like, man, they try to have everybody take my job. Yes, that's how the school keeps going. They keep getting new athletes, but it's your job to secure it. They give it to you here, but now you got to try to keep it because I'm about to try to bring people in to take it. And a lot of kids don't understand that process, but I like the competition. I like, okay, you think he's better than me? Well, I'm going to work hard and prove that he's not.
Absolutely. And what would be, first of all, yeah, I mean, you shared a little bit, but I'd love to hear, how you handled that, particularly if ever you had any doubts that came over and how you overcame it. And also, what your advice would be to those kids who maybe don't understand that level of competition in the way you did.
Well, when I first got there, it was overwhelming because it was a lot. Because, you come in from a little playbook in high school, like, really never even studied a playbook. They just call plays in practice and you just start memorizing them. But when you got to college, you get a big old playbook with all these plays in there. So I was like, whoa, like, man. But my goal was like, when I was in high school, my high school coach can't even tell you this. I was like, whatever school I'm going to start as a freshman. I don't care. Like, that was my goal in my head. Like, I'm going to start as a freshman. I'm not going to sit on the bench. I'm not going to. I'm going to do whatever I need to do to play, I'm going to do it. So then when I got there, I asked my running back coach, I was like, what do I need to do to start? Like, what did I need to do to be the starter out of everybody else? He's like, if you want to be the starter, that guy that's in front of you right there, you protect him. If you can protect that guy and don't let him get hit, you will be playing. Because that's a quarterback. He makes all the money. He's that guy. He's that runs the offense. You got to protect him. If you can protect him, and you already have the other skills, but a lot of running backs can't block. If you protect this guy, you will play. And lucky enough, I took that at heart, So when every day we had one-on-ones with linebackers, I will go against Ray Maluga, Brian Cushion, Keith Rivers, Clay Matthews, like all these guys every day in one-on-ones. Yeah, one-on-ones in practice. I would do it. I'll go against them every time, because I wanted to practice. And I wanted to start. And I got better. He taught me how to block. And I got better. And then after that, I knew if you want to stay in the league, any league, NFL or whatever, you got to protect that quarterback. And that's what I did for me to get there. And it was hard, but I always had a positive thought in my head about everything I did. I knew in my ability. That's the thing. I knew in my ability. Like, I know I can do it. I never like thought negative. I always thought positive. I listened to my coach. Whatever he tells me, I was doing it. I was coachable. And that's the thing. That's what you got to be. If you want to be and play at that top level, you got to be coachable. You got to be willing to do things you don't want to do. A lot of running backs don't want to block. They don't want to. They don't want to do. You have to have a different mentality to come up and hit like a 250-pound linebacker coming down here in the hole, or hitting a 300-pound lineman that you got to block the edge on. You got to have that want to do it. But I wanted to. I like that feeling because when I was in high school, I played defense. So I like to hit. So that was another way for me to hit somebody, Definitely. On offense. So, and I enjoyed, I like the physical, like if I can knock you down, you way bigger than me, you can't get past me, that's a win for me. Like, that's a notch on my belt, I like that.
That's awesome, man. That's so cool. One thing you brought up that was awesome was starting at running back at freshman. You were actually the first player in USC history to start as a freshman at running back in your very first game. So what was that like, and what's going through your mind when that's happening?
Shoot, man, that game, I can still remember that now. That was crazy. I didn't even know I was gonna start until the day before the game. And then my coach was like, he was like, well, the starter is going to be you. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah. He's like, don't be scared out there. don't be all shaking in your boots till you get on the field. And I was like, nah, I'm ready. Forget that. And then it was against Arkansas, and he was like, and that's when Darren McFadden was there. And then
nice.
yeah, so it was all crazy in there and packed and all that. And yeah, he was. And when I first got in there, I was nervous. Like, I can't even lie, I was nervous, but I'm nervous every game. Like, every single game since I was done with football, I was nervous. Like, and that's what I know when I'm ready. Because if I'm not nervous, there's something wrong. Like, why am I not nervous? And then I need to be nervous. And when I get that first hit, it's over. Like, okay, now I'm ready to go. Like, I'm ready to roll. I need to get hit. Like, somebody hit me. So once I got that first, I only had the first carry 2 other games. So once I got that first carry, my goal was just run hard, hold on to the ball. Just run hard and hold on to the ball. Like, I didn't even like run like I usually run. I just run straight and hold on to the ball.
Yeah.
So that first carry I got, I was like, man, I was like, okay, I can do this. Like, at first I knew I can do this, but then once I actually got in there, I was like, I can do this. Like, it's nothing. And then I started getting in the groove. And then when I scored my first touchdown, I was like, man, this is amazing. Like, it was like the greatest feeling I ever had, because I had so many doubts. I mean, doubters of me, like people saying like, oh, from when I was in high school, like, you're not gonna go to college, you're not gonna be able to do this. And when I got to college, they were like, oh, you're not even gonna play, you're not even gonna do that. And then, with so many doubts on me. And after I got that first touchdown, I was like, all that went away. I was like, I don't care what nobody says. Like, I'm in control of what I'm doing. And it was just having fun after that.
Wow, man. That's amazing. That's so cool. And, one more question related to that is, that sounds like an amazing memory at USC. So what is, any other memories that really stick out, or a particular favorite moment during your time as a Trojan?
Every time, like, well, it was, I think every moment, on all the Rose Bowls we won, and just being with the team, like, it's just a different feeling. College is like a different feeling playing than going to pros. And after the pros, it's just like, okay, everybody's with their family. Okay, practice, then go home, bye, whatever. But when you're in college, it's like you hanging with your boys, we got game days. It's just like a different feeling, man. Like, college, that's why like people watch college more than they watch NFL or any, like, because they have more passion. It's like more passion in college, more like love for the game, because you're not playing for money or nothing. You're just like, I want to be out here because I want to play hard to get to the next level, So it's like, it's more exciting, and it's like a weird feeling, man. But I don't have just one moment. It's like I have so many that I can't even like fathom.
That's amazing. That's so cool. And especially just hearing about you in college, that's amazing. One thing too, you got to play under, I believe, the legendary Pete Carroll, right?
Yeah, yes, I did. He's a great coach too. Great
Yeah,
motivator.
I'd love to hear what, if there's any main things that you really learned from him and what that experience was like.
What I learned from him is compete. That's his word. Compete. Every day. Compete in everything you do. Compete. That's what he likes in practice. Compete. And it builds, like, when you're competing each other, it will bring out the best of you. That's what he wants. He wants you want to practice at your best every day. You don't want to practice like half. You want to practice full everything, like it's a game. You want to practice a game. And that's what I had installed in my head. So when you get to the game, it's easy. Practice is supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be like, I don't want to go to practice. But the game is, when you get to the game, it's supposed to be a breeze. And that's how it was for us. I felt like practice was harder than the games at SC. Like, practice was like, we're hitting in practice. He likes that. Like, I'm actually cutting my D lineman and like hitting the linebackers, hitting the hole really hard. It's like physical game in practice every day. People will get hurt in practice, then they will get hurt in the game. When you get to the game, it's like easy. It was so easy. I was like, whoa, like, playing against my defense was way harder than playing against y'all. Like, it was just crazy. And that's how he was. He wanted us to compete. He had all these days that he named, like on Monday, like it would be called I think Tell the Truth Monday, and then Tuesday, competition Tuesday, and then Wednesday was no turnover Wednesday. Thursday was no repeat Thursday. Yeah. So those are days. And so, when that Tuesday come, it's competition Tuesday. So that's like one-on-ones, all that. And then Monday, Monday, tell the truth, Monday, we talk about the game. So he'll blast everybody. Like, this is what you did wrong. You did this in front of everybody. So they know. Like, wow. And they tell the truth. Like, this is the truth. And then we go to our meetings with our running backs. Our coaches tell us, like, this is what you got to get right. And then Tuesday, no turnover Tuesday. So that means we can't turn over the ball. The offense can't turn over the ball. Defense is coming and trying to take the ball from us. So it's like every time you run the ball, they're ripping in, like they're going hard trying to get it out because they're trying to win the day. And then Wednesday, that's when what was Wednesday again?
No turnover. No turnover Wednesday.
No. Yeah, no turnover Wednesday. We can't turn over the ball, so they're trying to pick it off and stuff like that. And then Thursday is no repeat. So we just run through the plays and we can't repeat them. Like, if we mess up, oh, well, next play, let's go. Like, you can't repeat. And that'll be on us. Like, well, if we can't use that play because we repeated it, so we got to take it out. And that might be a good play for somebody, but somebody messed it up, so we can't repeat. But, it's just all those stuff that we had there with him. He's just a great coach, man. And he's just like a motivator. And he'll just make you want to run through a wall from him. And that's what kind of coaches you want to have. Like, okay, I'll do that for you, coach. Like, he's that type of guy.
Absolutely. Oh, thank you. Those are some really amazing stories there for sure. And so I appreciate you sharing the Trojan experience. After the Trojans, you dabbled in the NFL, the Saints, the Broncos, prime Drew Brees era. That was right after the Super Bowl 2011. And so I'd love to hear, a little bit. And then obviously went to the CFL, which we'll get into, and even the IFL stop. But I'd love to hear a little bit about sort of your NFL experience and the major differences between NFL and CFL for you.
Yeah, well, my experience in the NFL, it's just, any league, it's just business,
Yeah,
business. So it's like, when I got there, I came out at the worst time. It was when the lockout happened, so I didn't even get a chance to have a mini camp or nothing, to like show them what I can really, really do. Because I felt like if I could have stayed, if I had a mini camp and a full camp, I would stay on the NFL team. Like, I know I could have, but I didn't have a chance because after the lockout was over, they gave us a playbook, so many plays at once because we had to hurry up because the games were coming, So wow. Basically, they wasn't keeping any rookies because the vets were about to come back. So they just kept the draft picks, and then that's it. Like, because I came in as a free agent, so any really free agents, they were just letting them go. They just had bodies there until the lockout was over, and until the vets came back. So I didn't really have that much time to really show them what I can really do at that minimal time, And then, like, especially when I was there, I didn't get a chance to show them I can block and all that. It was just like, I had like plays here and there, and then after that, it was like, okay. Then I got released. Then I went to the Broncos. I was there for a little bit. I can really show them. Both teams. I couldn't really show them what I can do, but what I seen the experience there it was a great experience. How I can see like all the vets work and how they put in the time and stuff, and it was great.
Anyone in particular?
When I was with the Saints, Drew Brees helped me out with the playbook. He was helping me. Cool. He was like, "Yeah, man, I understand what you're going through right now," and like he'll help me out. He was like a great guy. He'll help me out with the playbook because the other running backs that was there, like the vet running backs that was there, they didn't want to help me because I guess they thought that I was going to try to take. Well, I'm going to take their job, but still, like they didn't want to help me out. But and then especially when I can like backtrack on that when I got to the CFL. When I was at Edmonton or any team, I always helped the rookies with the playbook. I didn't care. I remember that because I didn't know somebody did that to me and didn't help me. So I was like, I'm not going to do that to them because it's hard already coming in here and all this, and they try to figure something out. Then I help them try to simplify anything to make it easier and show them how to understand the playbook and to help them. And it made me play better, because then they can play fast and play good, and then I can match that. Like, okay, y'all getting the hang of it, so now we compete with each other, to make each other better. But going back, Drew Brees was helping me with the playbook, and he was just he's a really great guy. I can't doubt that. He's a man. He's an awesome guy helping me out. And then when I got the Broncos, that's a great team too. When I was there, Lindo White was there also. He was helping me with my playbook also. And who else was there? That was helping me as well was Willis McGahee. He's a great teammate too. Wow. He was helping me out and showing me stuff around the town and stuff.
Wow.
And and it was just a great feeling, especially the Broncos is my favorite team.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, so and then I seen John Elway, so I was like, oh my God, I was like, can I ask this guy for an autograph? But
yeah,
I was like, I don't know if I can do that. It was like so many stars I was there, I wanted to ask for autographs, but I didn't want to be like that type of player, that type of guy. But I was like, man, I don't care. One of my favorite running backs is Willis McGahee. And that's why I wore number 2 because of him.
No way.
Yeah. And I was like, dang, I can play with this guy. And then once I got there, my cousin hit me. I was like, bro, I know you excited right now playing with Willis McGahee because that was your guy. I was like, yeah, I know, man. It was just crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was those guys are great.
That's awesome, dude. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I'm happy to hear, it sounds like you really got some cool stories and time out of being in the NFL. And then that leads me to, tell me a little bit about your journey from that point to getting into the CFL.
Yeah. After that, after I got released, I was out for 2 years of football. So I was contemplating dang, that's when I started doubting myself. Am I not that good? Am I just good enough for college or high school? I'm not pro material. And I was seeing other guys. I was like, I'm better than this guy. But he's still playing. And then there was people that in the NFL that they kept that was clearly not better than me. But I don't know why they kept. I was like, I couldn't understand that. And I was just doubting myself. And then I prayed about it. I was like, man, pray to God. I was like, if you want me, because I still want to play. I was like, if you want me to still play, show me a sign. Because I'm feeling like I want to give up. And I was like, can you just show me a sign? I really was praying. I got out in bed in the middle of the night, got on my knees and just started praying. Show me if this is what you want me to do. Give me a sign, any sign. And then the next couple of days, the IFL, a guy, Mike Davis, hit me up. He's a coach for the Nebraska Rangers at the time, but now he's with, I think he's the Argonauts now.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, he went straight up. He hit me up on Facebook hey, do you want to play football still? And I was like, what? And then I took my head. I was like, wait, is this the sign right here? And I was like, and then he said, yeah, it's it doesn't pay good. Told me straight up, it doesn't pay good. It's just to get film for you to get out. And I was like, you know what? I ain't doing nothing. Yeah, I'll do it. And then he was like, all right. So then I was like, man, so I was hyped to play. So when I went out there, I was like, okay, I never played arena football before. This is completely different. This is small and whatever. But I was like, I don't take it. I wasn't even looking down on them. Oh, I played at USC and I played this and this is whatever. No, I was like, this is the league. I'm gonna treat it like another game. I'm not saying this is not beneath me, but I'm gonna play hard and I don't care what it is. It's football.
Absolutely.
So I played one preseason game, and I did well. I scored in there, and then I don't know how many yards I had, but it was good. And then the next day, Mike was like, hey, I got this dude that he wants to he said he can give you a tryout for a CFL. And I was like, what? And in my head, but the funny part is with that was this. Like, let me go back again. After college, I tried out for 3 CFL teams. I tried out for Hamilton. I tried out for Calgary. I tried out for the Argos. They all said no. You know, so okay. So I was like, so let me go forward again. So he was like, yeah, the CFL team. I was like, I already tried out for 3 of them already. They all said no. And then he's like, but it's for Hamilton. I was like, I tried out for them. And they said no a while ago. So I'm guessing, so at that time, Ken Austin wasn't there, you know? So I guess he just got the job or something. So he was like, yeah, just try it out. You never know. So I was like, all right, whatever, man. I'll do it. So I went over there knowing, like, I was like, okay, I went to the tryout after my preseason game. That one game I played, the next day or next 2 days, Hamilton flew me out to Buffalo to do the tryout. So I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I'm not taking this seriously. Like, I was taking it seriously, but I wasn't like, what's the word? I was relaxed, basically. I wasn't nervous because I was like, whatever, they ain't gonna pick me up. They just want me to try out and then just leave me on because I did all the other ones. So I was just relaxed. So I did well in everything. I was just relaxed. You know, when you're relaxed, you can play well and do well. So I was just relaxed, like whatever, just having fun out there. They're doing all this stuff, and then they got to one-on-ones, and then I was doing one-on-ones. They had me doing a lot of one-on-ones against everybody, and then it was against this one linebacker they always wanted me to go against, and it was Eric Harris. That's with that's in the NFL now. That was with us. He was with us with the CFL, and then now he's with the NFL now. But we was going against him. He got picked up there too. So we both got picked up from off of that. And then I was like, dang, like I got picked up. Like I drove back. And I remember this from this day now. I was driving back, and I was like, yeah, it was a good tryout. Like, I know I'm not gonna make it. But the coach took me back. One of the coaches that was there took me back to the airport. And it was Tommy, and Tommy Condell, and he was like, and we was just talking. And then I was like, yeah, I know I'm not gonna make it, like whatever. Like, I know you guys. And then he was like, no, you're gonna make it. Like, and I was like, what? Like, I was in the car and I was like, what? And I was just smiling, like, is he for real? And I was like, I don't know yet until I get like a letter or something. And then like I got home, and then like they sent me a contract like to go to the thing. I was like, what? I was like, oh man. I was like, I got it. This is that sign that God sent me right here. Like, now amazing. I got to take advantage of it. Like, I have to take advantage of it because I prayed on it so much, and now it happened. And so now I got to take full force of this. And then, and then when I got that, I got to Hamilton, it was done after that. Like, I was so amazing how all that happened.
Dude, that is an amazing story of how that went down. Wow. I mean, I thought it would be good, but that was next level. Thank you for sharing that. So something, to tie it in a little bit, is there anything specifically from your Trojan career that you really took to the CFL? And then, follow up with that is also sort of the differences between American and Canadian football for you specifically, because there are a lot of them.
Yeah, the thing I took up there was my blocking. That's the thing. I was like, because it's passing over here. I was like, this is perfect for me. Like, I block really well. I take that to heart. Like, that's the thing I love, and I make sure that's on point. Anything else is like, I'm not gonna have nobody beat me on the sacks. Like, I take that for a heart. So I was like, this is gonna be perfect for me. And then I was like, but I don't know the rules that well. But my homeboy hit me up, Brandon Browner, that was up there, that played up there before. And he told me a while back when I was in high school that if I don't make it to the NFL, go to the CFL. Because he was in there when he played with Calgary, and he was there, and he lives out here where I live at. Nice. And And he told me that when I was in high school. I remember that we was working out together. He was like, if you don't go to the NFL, go to the CFL. So I was like, okay. So then when I got up there, I was like completely different, because it's like the field is longer and you have to be in shape. It's a lot of running and it's 3 downs. So it's like, it goes by quick. Those 2 downs go by so quick. So you got to be in shape. So I did a lot of running, and my trainer that trained me for all 8 years in the CFL, Billy Parr, like, he trained me, he got me in the best shape. And I thank him, because also when I needed a trainer, he was there for me to get me in there. Like, he got me really in great shape, and I really thank him for that. He was there from the beginning. When nobody was helping me, he was there. So he made my career last long. But yeah, he got me in the best shape, and he made me run a lot. So when I got up there, I wasn't like huffing and puffing like all the other young people are when they get up there, because that's a problem for the rookies. They don't understand, like the American guys, they don't understand when you get up there, you have to run a lot. Like, you have to be in shape. Like, you don't have to be as big and strong, but you have to have endurance. And you know, a lot of them was lacking that. And you know, I was prepared. Like I said, I prepared myself knowing what I was getting myself into. And you know, and it was just like, okay, you gotta be ready to run a lot. And yeah, and the waggles, you got to learn that. And I learned that from when I was in the IFL. You know, I was learning that. So when I got up there, I caught on a little bit quicker, because I did that in there. Like, they was teaching me that.
Wow. Wow, that's awesome. As far as your CFL career goes, you know, are there any favorite moments there that, I mean, obviously, you know, you were a 2-time All-Star, you were a runner, you won the Frank Gibson Award in your rookie year, but yeah, man, just some of your favorite moments and the track through the CFL and how you developed comfort and continued there. I'd love to just hear about, you know, summing it up, telling the stories.
Man, it was a lot of great moments, but the first one is when one of the best moments was when we won the playoff game against Montreal, when it was really raining really bad and windy really bad. Like, it was crazy. Like, they kicked the ball and it went to the goalpost, and stopped, and then went straight down. Like, it didn't even go in. Like, it was about to go in, but the wind was so hard that it stopped it from going in and just dropped. I was like, whoa, like, what am I playing in right now? And then, like, that game was so crazy, because I was like my first year up there. And then, like, I can remember this day now that I got a key touchdown when I did like a little flat, and Henry Burris threw a ball to me, but it was low, so I had to like slide and catch it. And I slid, caught it, got up, like bounced off a tackle, and then spent off another one, and then scored a touchdown. And that like got us in the lead at in the fourth quarter or third quarter. And it was like a great boost for us. And I remember that play till right now. And then, like, I remember when another moment when we were playing against BC, and then we had like the red uniforms on.
Yeah.
That was a great game too. Great Cup games, you know, the first one I've been in, that was a great memory. But you know, we lost, but at least, you know, a lot of people can't make it to the Great Cup. So,
Great Cup,
you know, so yeah, you know, it was just so fun up there with the guys. It felt like college again, you know, with them. Like,
wow.
Yeah.
What do you think that was about? Do you think it was like a cultural difference, or sort of the league being more about having fun, or?
Yeah, it's like more, basically, yeah, it's like more having fun up there. Like, it's still work, but it's like the group of people you with makes that group. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Like the coaches always say, it's not their team, it's our team, the players' team. So you make the team how you want to make it. So we made it fun. You know, we had group activities. We'll always hang out. We'll hang out with each other, and like, it was just a fun environment to be around.
Wow. That's awesome, man. That sounds really great. And yeah, you know, thank you so much for sort of sharing a lot of the story of your career with us today. Something I would love to, ask you a little bit before we close off, and you can share what you're up to, is about, what was the most important lesson that you learned during your football career, and what advice would you give to people starting out today?
Uh, what I learned was never, never give up. Always have faith in whatever you believe in, and give it your all every time, every chance you get, because you'll never get that moment back. And that's what I live by. That's why I go by AGMB, all gas, no brakes. That was my life of football. All gas, no brakes. Give it all and never stop. Give it all and never stop, because you just never know what can happen. You know, just make sure you be prepared when you go to the next level or anything of any sport. Just make sure you be prepared. You know, if you want this goal in life, high school players, if you want this goal in life, train hard and get your body right to the next level. You know, because when you get to college, it's going to be a whole different experience. And then same advice when you get to the NFL or CFL. Just make sure you're ready. Make sure your body's ready. Make sure your mind is ready, inside and out. You know, just make sure that you're ready to give it your all, because you're going to have your ups and downs. You're going to have your adversity that you have to overcome. You're going to have to, and that's in anything you do in life. You have to your adversity, but it's how you handle it. Are you going to break down and quit and not? And I could have quit so many times. You know, I could have quit in football when I know, like, oh, I got cut. Okay, it's done. Whatever. And then we start doing something else. No, I felt like I could keep going. I felt like I was better than this guy, so I still had stuff to prove. I didn't want to be that. Oh, dang! What if he made this, or what if he went there, or what if? I didn't want to be that what if guy. I wanted to do it. So that's
Wow.
why, I live by all gas, no brakes, because it was my life, and I gave it all, and I still now, like I'm still going now, and then with next chapter, I'm going to give it my all, and I'm telling the young guys, just make sure you give your all, make sure you have the faith, and make sure you stay positive in everything you do.
Dude, that is advice anyone can live by in any aspect of their life. That is amazing. CJ, thank you so much for being here. And CJ, man, what is next for you? What are you up to now? Where are you at? And also, where can we find you? Like, give yourself a plug, whatever you're up to, whatever you want people to know, man, for those who want to keep on following you like myself.
Well, right now, I wanted to start getting into coaching and stuff, because I wanted to try to get into USC, try to get like assistant running back coach, or something, because I want to be a running back coach. So I'm try to get into that. I've been coaching these high school kids out here at St. Genevieve's High School, and in California out here, Panorama.
Wow.
So I've been doing that, and then also been working in construction right now too, as well, because pandemic going on, so it's really not
Yeah.
that many jobs open that I wanted to do, because I was doing fireman, doing being a fireman, but I had to stop because of stuff is going on. So it closed some of the stuff down. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. But if anybody want to follow me, my Instagram is CJ Gable #2 real, and I'm on Twitter at CJ_Gable. Those are two things I'm on. If you guys want to still follow me and see what's going on. But yeah, that's what I've been doing right now. So I'm hoping coaching, I can get really in that and find my way into that, really, because I like helping kids. I like to help the younger kids, get them ready, and know and tell them the real to expect what they got to go through in the next level, and make sure their mind and stuff is ready.
I love it, man. CJ, thank you so, so much for being with us today. We really appreciate it. Unless there's anything else you'd like to add.
Oh no, thank you, all my fans, for following me, and I know some of you guys out there didn't know where I was at playing football in the CFL, but I was there. I was still playing, and just thank you guys for following me and being there for me, and just making my experience of life of football, great. It was great since I was little and all the way to now. It was this great experience, and thank everybody.
That's amazing. Thanks a lot, CJ.